Good evening and welcome back to the 2023 World Series of Beat Baseball, hosted by Visit Norman, sanctioned by the National Beat Baseball Association. We are live at Gillis Rothers Soccer Complex, and we are under the lights, and we are at the Friday night version of the third place game of the 2023 World Series. On the line, a trip to the championship game to face the world champion Indy Edge. This is the rematch, the San Antonio Jets and the Indy Thunder. These teams met yesterday. These teams played to a 20-19 thriller of a final. They have made their way back. The Indy Thunder have played 2 games today. They've won them both. The Jets have played 1 today, and the Indy Edge knocked them off 25-24 on a walk-off, and that's what's put these teams here in this game tonight. Dave Benny alongside my play-by-play partner, Rosina Foster. Rosina, it's about going on 8 o'clock here in Norman, and these teams, one of them is going to play at 9:30 tomorrow morning. One of them is going to finish in 3rd place.
Yes, the sun is just now starting to head down over the horizon as we are looking into it from field 2. We did have the coin toss earlier, and the Thunder won that, and they chose the home team, so they are on their way out into the field currently as we speak. They are wearing their Broad Ripple jerseys, dark navy blue with white across the front, says Broad Ripple, and then their numbers. The Jets from earlier today are still wearing their black and green jerseys with the outline of the city of San Antonio. Then it says San Antonio Jets, and then Jets in printed Braille. We're getting some spray paint again once more around home plate as we get ready to take this. We're going to start off with Zach Arambula up at home plate. And I can't quite see everybody out in far left field, so I'm going to go off of what I'm assuming is out there currently.
The Indy Thunder won the coin flip today. They are the home team. The Jets are the visitors, and that is important. That was critical yesterday as the Jets had the last at-bats and won it in the last at-bats. Today, the Thunder will have the last at-bats. These teams have met 8 times now at the World Series since 2016. The Thunder have won 6. The Jets have won 2, but it's a clean slate here tonight. This has been the biggest rivalry in the league. These teams have met for championships in local and World Series competition, but they have never met in an elimination game where both teams' backs are against the wall. Such is the case tonight. I expect both teams to leave it all on the line. Here we go. Jaden Price, the umpire.
Going to be a high pop-up out into left. I'm going to guess about 100 feet. I hear scrambling for it, and I also hear the base hit.
That is a run. That is a run for the Jets. San Antonio leads 1-0. 1 pitch, 1 hit for Zach Arambula. He drove it into left field. We are up against the sun for the next half an hour, the scorekeepers and us. So it's going to be a little bit difficult until the sun goes down here shortly and the lights start taking effect.
Key point that I have noticed out in the field for the Thunder is Cody Jeffries has been moved over to short center from the front right.
David Smith to the plate now.
Just catching a little tick on that.
Ready, Zach. Everywhere. Zach, everywhere. Be ready, guys.
It's going to be a little grounder right over to Zach Bueller in left if he is still in it. And he has that. I believe that is Zach.
41.
That is Adam Rodenbeck.
Oh, that's Adam. They have Adam over there.
Adam Rodenbeck. He's listed as the designated fielder in the game. Adam Rodenbeck on the putout.
On the front left then. This is going to bring Axel Cox up to the home plate. And I'm not sure who is out behind Adam then either.
That would be Cody Jeffries probably.
Cody
and then,
is a little more over to front center.
Then Zach is probably behind Adam.
Probably behind Adam then.
They had made that shift earlier with moving Adam up to the short left position. Remember yesterday, that was a sore spot for the Thunder defense against the Jets. So they have Adam there, the veteran, there today. Here's Axel Cox.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Cox was one of those that was phenomenal earlier today against the edge.
It's going to be a short little pop-up. We have Ikram out there in front right, and that's going to be Chris Dunleavy picking that up. He did get that out.
Dunleavy chipping in on defense with the put out. We didn't see much defense from Dunleavy yesterday, but he gets that one there. 2 putouts in a row for the Thunder defense. Only 1 run in. And Will Lopez coming to the plate.
Stretching that bat high up over his head as he waits for that base check.
Thank you. Everywhere, guys. Will Lopez, everywhere. You ready, Mueller?
Jeremy rubbing the ball between his hands. And that's going to drop underneath his bat.
Everywhere, guys, everywhere.
That sound you hear is a Fonzie Madrano design ball. They have moved to the Fonzie balls for this game.
A little bit of a late swing there.
Remember, we had to bring out the Fonzie balls at the end of the Edge Jets game earlier.
High pop-up far out into left. It's going to be over Adam's head.
Zach.
And
Zach calls dead ball. As Lopez scores, but they called dead ball.
They called dead?
They did call a dead ball.
Okay. Is the base still on them? Thank you. Yeah, just laying down. So.
He's on his way back with the ball.
So yeah, I give a tick mark, which is not always like a perfect.
And it is dead.
So that is official dead ball call.
We'll keep track of those. That's one this game. And they'll bring Will Lopez back. Conditioning may be a factor in this game, Rosina. The Jets got a little bit of a rest. They played a hard, emotionally draining game against the Edge earlier where they lost on the walk-off, but that was the only game they played. The Thunder have played 2 games today, and they each lasted them almost 4 hours in length.
Just recently finished.
Just finished a couple hours ago, yep.
Down Will Lopez back at the plate. High pop-up. It's bounced just right in front of Cody Jeffries over him. You have Zach over there to grab it. It stumbled out of his hands. And that is going to be a run for Will Lopez.
Second run of the game for San Antonio. 2 in, 2 outs, top of the first now for the Jets. The Thunder got here today by defeating first the Boston Renegades and then the BSO Philly Fire. They scored over 30 runs in both of those games.
Extremely lengthy games for both of those games. This is Aaron Almanzo up to bat.
Away, guys. Pick it up, show it.
Almanzo was the hero yesterday.
Just dropping barely underneath his bat by about half an inch.
Almanza had the walk-off yesterday, Double-A, in the bottom of the 6th.
It's going to be high pop-up about 120 feet, dropping
Just
into
landed.
dead center. Ikram calling for it, not in time. That is number 99, Ikram.
Field's still fast and hard as they have been all week, and that ball was popped up high. 3 runs in now for the Jets. And here comes their little spark plug at the end of their lineup now. Little Ricky.
Castaneda.
Ricky Castaneda.
Faces, please. Thank you.
How good has he been this week when we've seen
He
him?
has been picking up everything on that short end incredibly
Get up
well.
and show it.
And he's chipping in with a few runs a game out of the 6th spot. There's a strike.
It's a strike as it goes right over the bat.
Strike.
This time dropping just under the bat. Nice little grounder out into center, just past Adam Roddenbeck. They're scrambling for it. They're too late. It was almost like they thought somebody else had it.
Oh, no. Yeah, a little bit of hesitation in the middle of the Thunder defense there.
Adam had slid over there for it. It went past him. And I'm not sure who that.
And Ricky Castaneda just seems to keep finding ways to score and bring Zach Rambula back up. 4 runs in now.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Everywhere, back at the top. Pick it up. Sarah, ready, ball.
It's going to be bouncing foul over there as Jaden catches it. Out on the right as the Thunder is on our right on first base side.
Here we go. Sarah, ready, ball.
It's going to be a line drive, drop into a grounder right over to Adam. He's trying, it went past him. I cannot see past him. The way the Thunder is clapping, I believe
That's an out.
An out, bringing the Thunder up
24.
to bat.
Zach Bueller on the putout. Number 24 for the Thunder out there at left field. 4 runs in for the Jets. Indy Thunder coming to bat. And their offense has just been sizzling. Today, just today in 2 games, they've scored 63 runs in 87 at-bats in 2 games as a team. That's a .724 team batting average in the last 2 games today. They've given up a lot of runs, too. They won that last one 32-29 over the Philly Fire, eliminating the Fire in 4th.
The Jets are almost completely out in the field now as Jared is having a few tosses there with the ball.
The Jets will have from front to back, left to right, Zach Rambula front left, Axel Cox in that left wing position, with Will Lopez in deep left, Ricky Castaneda in short right, David Smith in mid right, and then Aaron Almanza in deep right. Jared Woodard, the pitcher.
They will be starting off with Zach Bueller as he's standing at home plate putting on batting gloves.
Jared's last winner's bracket elimination final as a pitcher would have been in 2017 in West Palm Beach when they beat Colorado to get to Saturday and play Taiwan en route to their 2nd championship.
Ready for the pitch.
Zach Bueller.
A little bit of a late swing there.
I'm told Zach Bueller is hitting upwards of 700 at this World Series. In the running for all tournament as we sit here. He's
Have
having
a short pause with the noise of the racing cars behind us.
a remarkable
It's going to catch off a tick and come back about to our table. Quick pendulum swing of the bat there at home plate. It now back up on Zach's shoulder. That was a pass right there. Went right underneath the bat.
See if he takes this one here, if he doesn't.
He took the one right before
Oh,
that.
he did, so it's a full count now.
And that's going to be another strike for Zach
rare
Bueller.
strikeout to start the game for the Thunder. Bueller doesn't strike out off Jared very often.
Bringing Gerald Dicus up to home plate. And that sun almost creeping down.
And the Thunder have played almost 8 hours worth of beep ball already today. We'll see if they can find the energy and dig deep to hang with this Jet team.
It's going to go underneath the bat. Gerald resetting up at home plate. They're starting to become quite the little... The digs are getting deeper and deeper at home plate. It's going to be a little grounder over into left. It's rolling out. Oh, and it's past Will Lopez's hands. I don't think they're going to recover that in time. That will be a run for the Thunder.
It was a solid ground ball, and it scooted through that left side, and the Thunder are on the board with Dicus, and it's 4-1.
This will have Kyle Lewis, left-handed hitter for the Thunder, coming up to the plate. Definitely some movement around there on the Jets out in the field as they adjust.
The Thunder occupy the first base sideline. The Jets occupy the third base sideline as we play here at Gillis Rother Soccer Complex. Field 2.
Slamming almost hit Jared right in the center, trying to get to that ball before he gets to the base. And Axel has...
Play. And he's there. That
apparently he beat him.
Yeah, that was a bang-bang play.
He's right on top of that. This does bring Cody Jeffries up for the Thunder, standing at home plate with his front tips of his feet on the edge and then stepping back. A quick stretch down, touching his toes with the bat. Just adjusting him a little to open up toward the pitcher just a hair.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready. In.
It's going to be a short little popper coming foul over to the Thunder bench. Jaden grabbing that ball right up. Jared asking Booker to fix home plate there. It was off a little. Cody finding the plate to set up his stance.
Two in, one out. 4-2 Jets, just getting going. Bottom of the first.
Waiting for the noise of the vehicles racing by behind us again. Going to be a line driver. Oh, bouncing off of little Ricky's knee and going all the way over to Axel Cox. But they missed the base.
He still got there.
And he still got there in time.
That was ugly by Jeffries, but he scored. It's 4-3 now, still only one out.
And that ball hit his knee so hard it went halfway across the field over to Axel.
Balls are hitting a lot and bouncing away, especially if they hit a lower extremity.
Should be Chris up to bat for the Thunder. Getting a first base check.
Bases, please. Thank you.
First and third base check.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
It's a little bit far on the outside of his bat there. That'll be a strike.
And they got away from Booker.
Don't have any ethics codes.
Just again, going to be on the lower outside of the bat.
2 strikes. Dunleavy, the tying run.
Taking a pass. Nice slammer, line drive down to... Oh, hit
Nice.
David Smith right in the face.
Did he get it?
He's
He
got
did
it. Come down. He dropped himself down on the ground and picked that up for the out. But that was a pretty solid bang to the face.
Yeah, you could hear it
Yeah,
hit
the
him.
spotter is out checking on him right now. It hit him basically right where his mask is. The ump is also headed out to check on him.
Wait, you could hear it from here
Yeah,
smack
he's
him.
turned around with his
That's a great
mask
recovery.
to... Everybody's coming over to check on him currently right now.
All right, so now the thing to do here is if you're bleeding, don't move your mask. Because if there's blood, he's got to come out of the game. So you leave the mask alone and then worry about it when you get to the sidelines later. It happened to me once, Brandon Chesser. Then
So we
with
do
the
have a
Blackhawks
medic
hit a line
out there
drive.
checking.
Hit me in the bridge of the nose. I was bleeding and I just left the blindfold alone. They'll check on him in all seriousness, though.
He's
Hope
putting
he's
his
all right.
mask back on. The medic is coming off the field.
Great recovery. I guess he's okay then. They can't afford to really take anybody out. Look at their bench over there. They only have a couple.
They just have Hector Lara and Lupe
Lupe
Perez.
Perez, we haven't seen him yet. He is available
He
if
is
needed.
here. This will have Ikram up to bat. Getting that base check.
Oh, they are going to let it. They are going to leave Ikram in the bat. Okay.
With his blue and orange cleats. It's going to be a bouncing grounder. Going to be right over there.
Ricky.
Zach's going to have
Zach.
to pick that up, and he has that. That's bringing the Jets in, walking in, trying to keep them from matching up the score.
So a good, clean first inning. Both teams did what they needed to do, and the Jets lead 4-3 as they come to bat in the second inning. You mentioned those Thunder jerseys, the broad ripple jerseys. They got those in 2020. Those are, as Booker says, their history jerseys. Sponsor Broad Ripple, the village of Broad Ripple. They've been with the Thunder a long time, one of their major sponsors, and so they wear that jersey in their honor. And it's been with them for at least one championship in 2021. So that's the story behind the Broad Ripple jerseys that the Thunder are wearing tonight.
This is starting off with David Smith up at bat, I believe. Yes,
That's correct.
has made his way up there now. Looks like most of the Thunder is set out in the field. Still missing just the far corner of the field there, but the sun will be all the way down soon. Booker telling his team they need to pick it up and show it. Must be cleanly off and away from the body. Getting that base check.
Thank you. Here we go. David Smith, guys, everywhere. Everywhere, guys. Sarah, ready, ball. Good.
And that's just a hair underneath the swing.
Same thing. Pick it up and show it everywhere. Sarah, ready, ball.
Oh, that's a shot.
Oh, that's a wonderful hit right
Deep.
down the third base line. They're scrambling for it. It is past Zach, and that is a run for the Jets and for David Smith.
He let it rip right down the left field line. An
That
easy
was
run.
running about 1.5 to 2 foot just inside that third base line. Beautifully placed.
Yeah, Zach Bueller can get to a lot of balls, but he wasn't going to get to that one. 5-3 San Antonio now here in the second.
After being a good smack in the face, that's a wonderful hit. This
Yeah.
does have another noise of the vehicles on the road behind us there. I think this is their drag strip, I believe.
Yeah, David Smith is off to a hot start in this game on defense and on offense.
We have Axel up at home plate.
Please. Thank you.
Axel. Speaking of hot players,
Here we go. Axel guys everywhere. Pick it up.
he's having a great World Series on both sides of the ball. Almost got a double play earlier.
Right.
Just underneath the swing.
He came a hairbreadth away from getting a double play in the 6th inning of the game against the Edge, which would have totally changed the trajectory of that inning.
Just barely catching the edge of that. Dropping straight down to home plate. Lifting the bat up and at the ready. Correcting the stance there from Jeremy Lowe. It's back relaxed again. Stepping back away.
Play now. Make a play.
And at the ready.
Ready, ball. Right.
Just underneath the swing.
On your toes now. On your toes. Pick it up. Make a play. Ready, ball.
It's going to be just a barely bouncing grounder. Let's see if it's going to be fair as it comes all the way up to the line. And Adam scrambling for that.
4-1.
That is Adam Rodenbeck.
So the move of Adam up to the short position here for the Thunder seems to be working. They look a lot sharper than they did up there yesterday when we saw them.
Definitely has moved back into place. He's pulling up his knee pads that he slid on quite a distance there in the grass, coming up for that. This brings Will Lopez up for the Jets.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go. Will Lopez everywhere. Pick it up.
Will standing there with one batting glove, gripping.
Ready, ball.
A little bit high over his bat by about 3 inches.
Good swing. Good swing. Pick it up. Pick it up. Ready, ball. Right.
A little bit under the bat.
Pick it up and show it.
Darnell Booker, the 5-time world champion head coach of the Thunder.
Ready for the pitch.
Ready, ball.
Oh, I'm not. It's going to be foul. That's landing probably about 40 feet beyond the third base.
That is the voice you are hearing, is Darnell Booker instructing his defense. He is intense. He knows he is just one win away from getting back to the championship game for the 6th time in 7 years.
The ball's being run back up now, currently in the hands of Jeremy.
What's the count, Blue?
Will relaxed at home plate.
I'm sorry, what's the question? The count. The count is sure.
It is 2 strikes, I believe.
Just having that pause there due to the noise.
And unfortunately, this is the most noise we've had. Yeah, well, this is the first night game we've had here.
And the last night game we had was on the far end of the field.
And as you said last night, the sound carries a little differently at this time of evening.
And that ball's going to be underneath the
Pick it
swing.
up and show it. Pick it up. Everywhere. Pick it up. Right here. Pick it up and show it.
Quick twirl of the bat with the wrist. And that is going to be a strike because it's underneath the bat.
Not the greatest at-bat there, but Aaron Almanza now will try to pick him up. Only one in so far in this inning, 5-3 game. Remember, the Jets scored 3 with 2 outs in the first. It was Lopez, Almanza, and Castaneda.
Getting that base check. Fielders pointing their hands in towards
Double A
home
now,
plate.
Same thing. Pick it up and show it. Ready, ball.
Just barely getting a taste of that.
Everywhere, pick it up and show it now. Ready, ball.
Another one right along the third base. Oh, they're going to call
It's a
that
foul ball anyway, but is it a timeout or a foul ball? Are they going to... Well, Jared's not happy. The Thunder were calling timeout at the last minute. Jeremy decided to throw the pitch because the timeout hadn't been granted, and Jared didn't appreciate it very much. We got a little drama already There is no tomorrow.
The Aaron back at home plate here.
Hey, pick it up.
Jeremy holding the ball as he waits for the outfield. Hold the ball. They're requesting to hear.
Here's part of the problem. This is move-in weekend for OU here in Norman, and there's a lot of traffic
Pick
out
it up
here.
and show it. Let's go.
Wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Ready for the pitch.
Set, ready, ball.
And just a hair under the swing.
Bring it in.
Just under again.
Wow.
That is rough for the Jets. They need to go out and
It's a
defend.
bad inning for San
Thunder.
Antonio. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. 1 run in. That was a David Smith hit. But boy, so it's 5-3 Jets with the Thunder coming up in the bottom of the second. Now an opportunity. The window open a little bit here for the Thunder as they'll have the top of their lineup coming up.
They're definitely
Oh, yeah.
excited and cheering and happy as they're coming into their bench. A lot of jumping, a lot of talking and chatter as they are anticipating the runs for this inning. Jets getting set up out in the field. Gonna have to dig in here. Lights have not quite come on, but we do have the sun has finally dropped below the horizon.
And as the teams change up sides for the bottom of the second, and you take a live look at Field 2 of Gillis Rother Soccer Complex, want to recognize our stream team, producer Graham Mathenia and Billy Nelms and his team from Live Event Productions, myself, Rosina Foster, on the play-by-play, Cassie Hopkins, our tournament director, Richie Flores, our public relations director. The president of the NBBA is Jerry Wendell.
This is starting at the top here with Zach batting for the Thunder. Have all the umps now headed out into the field. I believe that is Mike Woodard out in the far end of the field. Getting the base check.
Thank you. Here we go.
Catching a little piece of that as it traps down behind him.
Quick impulse dip.
Getting a nice, it's going to be a short
He
little
called a late
bouncer. He's
base.
going to,
It's
and that
picked
is
up.
Zach picking that up.
Arambula, but let's see now. He called a late base. It'll be umpire discretion whether the base actually was late or not. If it was late, I don't think it was late by much.
Going down to check with the first base ump. It was,
These bases are not very well.
now he's heading out to the field.
I don't think we've had a
making his
late
rounds
base.
all the way around.
I don't think we've had a late base from Deb Brummer all week long. She is our base operator. Jaden Price, our head umpire. Jordan Simpson, I think Mike Woodard's
Said he
out
is
there.
out.
He did, no late base, and that's, if it was late, I don't think it was late enough. And look,
Hey, Jed,
the
do it,
play
Jed,
was
what up?
made in plenty of time. It wasn't like it was a close play. A lot of times, maybe if it's a close play, and he's out, you give him the benefit of the doubt on the late base, but that wasn't. That was an easy ground ball, 1 out.
This is Gerald Dykus up as we do have the check from the field. They are ready.
Don't look now, but Bueller's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Dykus 1 for 1, though.
Way underneath the swing.
Winner of this game will take on the Indy Edge. That start time moved up to 9:30 tomorrow morning.
It's going to be a little grounder over on the left. They're going to have to run all the way over there. Zach is over there. Can he pick it up in time? No.
No.
And he is going to be safe. Not quite in time.
Too much ground to cover, and that's Gerald Dykus you're dealing with. 1-run game now. 5-4.
This brings Kyle Lewis, left-handed batter, up for the Thunder. They're definitely trying to move through this game quickly. They're checking the field to make sure they are ready, getting those base checks very quickly. Things are running fast.
Kyle Lewis is the only Thunder player this year with a home run. He did it in Bolingbrook against the Bayou City Heat.
And ball dropping about 2 inches under the swing.
We are going to be under the lights in a matter of minutes here.
And underneath the swing, we have half the lights are currently on 4 of the poles. Ready for the pitch. And took a pass on that. And just catching a touch of that. Twisting that bat back up and around. Moving his feet back a little further. It's going to be a hard hit over and right between Ricky's legs. They're scrambling for it.
Nope,
There's no way they're... Nope, that is going to be a run for Kyle Lewis.
Tie game, 5-5 now. Bottom of the second. Look at this. It's shaping up to be another good one here. What do you expect with the Jets and the Thunder? We thank everybody who is listening on Facebook Live, the NBBA 76 page, and on www.nbba.org/live. Thanks to everyone here around Norman, back at the hotel, and around the world.
I have a quick adjustment there with home plate as field is checked first and third. And this is Cody Jeffries. It's going to be a quick little pop-up that's going to go foul over to the right. Walking back up to home. Blue and white Nike cleats there for Cody.
The contact has been good. There was the strikeout to open the first of Bueller, but the contact has been there for Jared and the Thunder offense ever since. I mentioned there were 63 out of 87 today, 724 batting average. I think they had 3 strikeouts in 87 at-bats.
It's going to be a grounder over on the left. Zach moving, it seemed a little late. We've got Will Lopez. It's past his hands, and that's going to be a run for Cody Jeffries and the Thunder.
Thunder offense is starting to roll. 3 runs in a row in the inning. They lead 6-5.
This is going to have Chris up at the plate for the Thunder as Cody's walking his way back to his bench and hollering, "Come on, Thunder, keep it up."
I had mentioned that the Thunder and Jets have met 8 times previously at the World Series. They have met 17 times overall since the Jets formed in 2016, and the Jets have only won 4 of those games. 2 of them this year. It's the first time they beat them twice in the same season. Thunder looking for some revenge.
Jared holding the ball, waiting for Chris to be ready. High pop-up over into center left. Axel running for it over to Will, and he has that. That's out by Will Lopez.
How about Will out there in left field? He's been doing it all with his bat, but now he chips in a little on defense.
This will be number 99, Ikram for the Thunder. This flashy orange and blue cleats.
Thunder scored 3 in the first. They've got 3 so far in the second. Jets scored 4 in the first and got only 1 in the second. Ikram with a golden opportunity here to flip the lineup back to the top. That's his job in the 6th hole. He got the start today. We saw Rodenbeck in that spot, but I heard Rodenbeck's got some sore ribs.
We did have a quick adjustment out there with Aaron out in the far right on defense, but we are now ready.
Ikram's a great story. He played with the Thunder all the years of their dynasty from 2016 to 2021 and was a backup.
high pop-up into short right center. Over to David Crystal Smith, but not going to have it in time, and it even fumbled out of his hands. So that will be a run for Ikram.
How about that for Ikram? He does turn the lineup with 2 outs. And finishing that, my little spiel on Ikram, he played all those years sparingly. He played behind the likes of Eric Rodriguez and Tyler Rodriguez and Corian White, Miguel Tello. Didn't see a lot of playing time. Waited his turn. Finally got a chance to start last year when a lot of those players moved on, and he has been excellent. So he just stuck with it. He didn't change teams. He didn't quit. He didn't go anywhere.
This will be Zach Bueller at home plate.
Just a great story, and he gives the Thunder a 7-5 lead here, bottom of the second.
Going to be a short little pop-up over here by Ricky. Is it going to stay
gotta
fair?
Get this.
And it's going to be foul.
Ooh, Ricky probably may have had it, though, if it hadn't have.
I don't think he had that. Zach was already basically down 2 to third there.
See, and when you're a right-handed hitter and you hit it like that, it's going to take some backspin on it.
Ricky running up for that. Zach coming back to home plate, and Jared walking the ball also up to the pitcher's mound. Setting up with the bat in front of home plate. Placing the feet evenly between the handle. A couple swings across the plate, and ready for the pitch. And that's going to be far underneath the swing. That's going to back up just a hair. And taking a pass. Nice soccer pop-up over to Axel Cox. Is it going? It's going right to his stomach, and he has him out. Nice, perfectly. Didn't get all excited. He just sucked it into his gut and pulled it up. That will bring the Jets back in, as the Thunder will have to go out and defend that decent chunk of a lead that they took there.
Yep, but that was important to nip it in the bud. Axel Cox, a smooth operator. 7-5 as we head to the third. We're not taking a water break. The sun is not beating down right now, so they have lifted that mandatory 5-minute water break rule. I will rattle off, and we might have to break this up, but I'll rattle off the final placement of the other games, as there's only 3 teams left now in the tournament. In 19th place was the St. Louis Sirens. In 18th, the Braille Bandits of Palm Beach County. 17th place was the SGV Panthers of San Gabriel Valley, California. 16th place was the Minnesota Millers. 15th was your local team, the Oklahoma Lookouts, finishing their first World Series. 14th place was the Atlanta Chaos. Cleveland Scrappers finished in 13th. 12th place was the Austin Blackhawks. Chicago Comets finished 11th. Rosita?
Getting ready. There's a couple of practice tosses with this ball between Jeremy and Ermos, as the Thunder is doing their sound off to let everybody know where they are and that they are ready. Going to get a base check. This is little Ricky up to bat.
Ricky now, pick it up and show it. Everywhere now, pick it up.
Little Ricky scored a big run his first time up.
It's going to be just under the swing. Just under. Almost a repeat there. Bat up at the shoulder. Now it's tight to the ear. Getting a little piece of that. It's going to bounce right back. Back up at home plate, bat in hand.
It is really nice in the evening.
Once that sun drops down, it is very pleasant.
And I incorporate more night games into the Beat Baseball World Series, if you ask me.
Get a piece of that. It's going to bounce over foul here, right by Jaden.
This is the second night in a row we've had a night game. We
The
had
early
several
morning
last
game
night.
was also very nice.
Yes.
Pick it up and show it. Here we go.
He's asking him to open up just
I'm just a big fan of Twilight, Rosie, and I love these Twilight games.
It's going to go foul again.
Pick it up and show it right here.
Nice nostalgia, but the temperature doesn't hurt any either.
Love these Twilight games and love this rivalry.
And that is going to be a strike out there.
Back-to-back strikeouts to close out the second, to open up the third. Jeremy Lopez needs to refocus, and this is the most I think we've really kind of seen him
Struggle.
struggle a little bit. Although, you know, it's a cooperative effort between hitter and pitcher, and to a certain extent the catcher. Pitchers take a lot of the credit when things go well, a lot of the heat when they don't. But you got to remember,
Now pick it up.
it's a team effort. They're all working together. Here's a Rambula.
Solid little grounder. It's out there. Bounced off Adam Rodenbeck's face. He's running for, he's scrambling back to get the ball, but he is going to be safe, putting the Jets up for this inning.
How many times have we seen a frontline player on these fields this week get a body part on the ball but not be able to finish the play? That bounced and carried him down.
I've seen very few of them where they have continued. The one that David had earlier being one of those. Most of them, they've been bouncing clean off their bodies.
So one in.
Speaking of David, this is going to be David up to bat for the Jets now.
And he represents the tying run here as we play in the top of the third. There's a nice crispness to this game, as there was yesterday when these two teams play each other, because I would say they probably get on and off the field and have the fastest pace of game, too, of any two teams
Of
in
any
the
other
league.
teams, yes. They're very fast-paced teams. A lot of laughter going on over there at the Jets bench. We do have the field check.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, David Smith now. Let's pick it up and show it. Let's go now.
Bat up at the ready. High pop-up.
shot.
It's going to be dropping into right behind
Just landed.
Ekram. Over there to Kyle Lewis. Over his head as he rolled. And that is going to give the Jets another run.
Not enough time, man. That was in the air forever and landed back there behind the front line. And
Landed
not
just
much.
in front of Kyle there as he threw himself down. Tried to grab it and it popped right up over his head. He rolled backwards, but not in enough time.
That ties the game 7-7 now in the top of the third.
Axel at the plate.
Axel Cox is the only Jet who hasn't scored so far tonight.
Hey, Jeremy.
He's 0 for 2.
Jeremy is holding the ball up for the outfield.
And they're asking for a new
They're
ball.
getting for a new ball.
And I'll finish off the standings, the final placements of the teams so far. We finished with 11. In 10th place, we had the Tyler Tigers, not a bad finish for them. In 9th place, the Gateway Archers. I know my friends over there are not pleased with that, but they went out on a winning note. They won their last 2 games to finish in 9th. In 8th place, the Houston Hurricanes. How about that finish for the Hurricanes?
They are totally moved up the ranks.
Came in as a 12th seed. Finished 8th. They had that big win over Bayou City and just generally played well. 7th place, you had the New Jersey Titans. Good bounce back for them after missing the World Series last year, finishing in 7th.
Ready for this pitch for Axel and the Jets.
Thank you. Here we go.
A little bit on the far outside bottom of the bat.
The Bayou City Heat finished 6th. The Boston Renegades finished 5th. The Renegades beat the Heat earlier in the 5th place game.
Oh, it
drilled
nailed
him.
Jeremy right in the front of his legs. He tried to avoid that, but there was no getting away from that.
The final score of that 5th place game was 25-22 Boston. They were very happy with their performance. They said it was one of the most intense games they've ever played. And the BSO Philly Fire finished 4th,
Guys, pick it up. Show it.
eliminated by the
Everyone
Indy
else.
Thunder Just a little while before this game started. And there's 3 left standing.
It's going to be on the outside lower portion of the bat.
Right here now, pick it up. On your toes.
This is going to be really critical on this swing.
Everywhere now.
And that's going to be a strike.
Another strikeout. Strikeout starting to mount a little bit for the Jets. And you know, when you get to this point in the tournament, especially when you've got players who have started every inning of every game, like the Jets have, swings start to get a little bit laborious, and you will generally see a few more strikeouts. Still, the Thunder aren't striking out many. The Jets have to try to keep the contact going. Tie game, 2 outs, Will Lopez.
Moving his foot forward a hair there. And it's going to be underneath the bat.
Good swing, guys. He has a good swing.
He's not moving much. He's all up ready for the next swing. Getting a good connection. He changed directions where he's going. Ran past Adam Rodenbeck. It's over there, and they're going to have him out. He did take 2 steps towards third before correcting over to first, and that is going to have cost that.
Zach Buehler again. He's put out Will Lopez in these 2 games that they've played so far, Jets and Thunder, probably 3 or 4 times. And Lopez has got him once or twice. Those are the 2 left fielders. That's a fascinating little battle going on there between those 2.
Jets taking the field right now. Not seeming to move quite as fast. We have some conversation out here with David Smith talking to Jared on his way out.
Tie game, 7-7. Thunder coming up bottom of the 3rd. The Jets need a good defensive inning here because the Thunder have last at-bats in this game, unlike yesterday.
They have that home field advantage. Jared getting a couple tosses in there while waiting for the Jets to set up so that we can start off with Gerald Dicus for the Thunder.
The only other win that the Jets have over the Thunder prior to yesterday in the World Series was in the quarterfinals in West Palm Beach in 2017. They beat them 22-20. The Thunder came back the next day in an elimination game and knocked the Jets out. Will history repeat itself, or will the Jets get back to Saturday and a rematch with the Edge? They've played 1-run games so far against both Indy teams here. Unbelievable.
Extremely fast pace, getting up there and getting that swing in. That ball was a little under the bat. And ready for the pitch. Still Dicus. Getting a solid connection on the left. Zach running for it. It fell out of his hands. Now he's got it. And that is going to be an out for Zach Arambula.
It's important. Always good to get Gerald Dicus to open up an inning. 1 out. Kyle Lewis to the plate. Lewis tied the game the last time he was up. 4-4. Now let's see if he can give the Thunder the lead.
Left-handed batter. Steps his stance quite a bit further away from the plate than most. Bringing that bat back up. It's going to come back foul towards behind our tent here.
Just
Bounced
to our
the
right.
side and then rolled behind us. Rolled up under one of the golf carts behind us. Took them just a little bit to get that ball. Jets still waiting out in the field. High pop up. Let's see where that lands. It's going to come foul. Almost landing in the same spot. Just went up a lot higher to start with. Kyle coming back. Almost knocked Jared there with his bat just a little bit. Will's flex, doing some leg stretches out in the field as he anticipates anything And took a pass on that. It's going to be a straight pop up. Jared actually catching that one as it comes down. And Kyle back at home plate once again.
Full count now. Money ball.
And that's going to be a strike. Bringing Cody Jeffries up for the Thunder with his black socks.
First strikeout in a while for Jared. I have that as his second of the game. Still tied, and now Cody Jeffries to the plate.
Jared wearing that full helmet with the face grid.
Cody, the former Atlanta Chaos, still lives in Georgia, playing for the Thunder.
Good, solid hit on that. Popped up about 120
Just
feet,
landed
coming
right
short.
in the middle
Zach
of the
coming
defense.
up for it, but he is already safe. It's going to be a run for Cody Jeffries.
Just hung that up there sky high right in the middle of the defense, and there was not a whole lot that could be done about it. Thunder regained the lead, 8-7.
Bringing Chris up to bat for the Thunder. Cody once again, same as last time, coming back to his bench, yelling and getting them all psyched up.
Hey, that's big. They got the first 2 outs of the inning. You're sitting here in a tie game in the bottom of the third.
Faces, please.
Give them the lead.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dunleavy's been hot all day. He scored about 10 runs today for them.
It's going to be a grounding bounce
This has gotta
there.
be
Zach
played.
running that. He has that. Sliding over easily to pick that up.
Well, that's a good defensive inning now for the Jets, just what they needed. Halfway through the game, what do you know? It's a 1-run affair. 8-7 Thunder. Jets coming to bat.
I was really anticipating a little bit higher numbers here already, but still it's a very close game, same as the one they had yesterday. Might not be the same numbers, but it's a little bit of the same pattern.
Well, look, as well-conditioned as these athletes are, eventually fatigue does become a factor, and it may come down to which team is better conditioned, and that includes the pitchers. They're the ones standing out there in the sun chucking the ball all week long.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Thunder played 2 games today, and while the Jets only played 1, they don't really get much of a break having only 8 people on their roster there. So
No, and the one
kind
that-
of almost equals out to some small degree.
And the one game that they did play was so, I'm sure, psychologically draining with the ups and downs and the roller coaster of it. It was sort of like what happened to the Thunder yesterday against the Jets. But they got to go back to the hotel and wait till this morning.
I have Jaden out talking to Jeremy Lopez out on the pitcher's mound while Mike makes his way out into the far center backfield.
But no matter how you slice it, with the earlier start times and the later start times, these teams have played a lot of ball
Pick it
this
up and
week.
show it everywhere now.
Aaron
All right.
Almanza.
Let's go now. Ready, ball. Strike.
It's going to be a strike as that ball goes about an inch under the bat.
Pick it up and show it now.
Jeremy's coming up forward just a little bit. Readjusting home plate, lining it up. Then letting Aaron reset back up. Aaron pulling that one left sleeve up.
Right here, pick it up and show it. Ready, ball. Strike.
And that's
Right
going to be
there
a
now.
strike again.
Right there now, right there. Pick it up and show it. Ready, ball. Strike.
And it's going to be another strike. This is painful right here. They're going to need this hit.
Everywhere. Let's talk too. Let's go.
And they don't take pitches. He's swinging here. They don't do it.
It's going to be a nice popper right up into center. It's going over by Cody Jeffries. Can he get it under his hands? He's scrambling for it. I think they're calling that out. That is going to be out.
It's bang, bang. They're going to talk about this, Rosina.
I did not clearly see what that looked like to me. I was not sure at all. We're out here conferring.
This is a big call here. Start off this inning.
The Thunder out there.
The call on the field was out.
Safe.
Oh, and he reversed it.
Safe. So he is going to have that run. Aaron.
Tie game, 8-8 now.
And it just gets more and more intense.
Oh, it's intense, all right. Welcome to the beat ball version of a West Side Story here between these two.
Have Kyle Lewis out in the field, turning around so he can adjust his mask. Still turned around, hands out, turned back around. And this is little Ricky up to bat for the Jets.
All right, this is Rick. Pick it up and show it. Communicate, guys. Go get it.
It's going to be a little grounder over into right to center, right to Chris. It's in his arms. He has that. That is out.
Second put out of the game for Dunleavy. There's one out in the inning. Castaneda, who's been finding ways to score, not that time, denied by Dunleavy.
Start over with Zach back up for the Jets. Jeremy has the mask up on his head. Finally pulling that back down. Tossing the ball back and forth, hand to hand. Wait for that base check.
Thank you. Thank you. All right here. Pick it up and show it.
Rubbing the ball on his jersey. Jeremy stopping for the noise on the road. It's going to be a high pop-up. Let's see if this stays fair. It's going to bounce over, foul over to the Thunder bench.
Zach Arambula's hitting a lot of shorter balls here, at least in the last couple days when we've seen him. He's not hitting as many of the deep ones. He's still scoring on a few, but not as many. He's been reeled in a little bit here. This is the third game we've seen the Jets play here in the last couple days, all against Indy teams.
It's back up to home plate.
Here we go. Pick it up and show it. Let's go. Everywhere
Quick
now.
rotation
Pick
at
it
the
up.
bat by Zach before pulling it up to his shoulder.
That's a shot.
Hard, powerful hit out into deep center past Cody.
There's
they are
one.
going to have to scramble for that, and it is not going to be done. That is a run by Zach Arambula.
He may have heard me from over here at the stream table because that's the Zach Arambula we know and love. He just hammered that one. High, hard, up the middle, catch me if you can. 9-8, Jets lead.
Very efficient, and he's walking back up, putting them into the lead there on this tight, close game.
Yeah, this is a little more of a defensive struggle. That doesn't mean it'll stay that way. We were 20-19, so actually we're not far off the pace.
Not too far. Checking to see if the field is good. This is David Smith.
Thank you. All right, David Smith, pick it up and show it. Big hitter. Pick it up and show it.
High pop-up's going to be somewhere to short to middle
Just
left, and it's
landed.
jumping. Just landed. They're going for it. He is already there. Wonderful hit by David Smith. That was hang time plus.
That was a mile high. Unfortunately, it didn't bring any rain down with it. because there's no clouds.
There are no clouds except for on the horizon.
But we're under the lights and the stars are out. David Smith adds another one.
So this has Axel up to home plate.
Axel's 0 for 3. He's struggling. He's the only Jet player who hasn't scored yet.
Jeremy with a roar to the sky before prepping for this pitch. Nice, good line drive out to the left.
That'll get
and
him
it's
on
going to
the
be
board.
over to Zach. It's bounced off his hands, though. That is going to be safe. That puts Axel onto the board now with the rest of the team.
I thought that was an out.
Wow, wait a minute. They're going to check on this. I think he may have called him out. Well, the Jets got the close call last time. Let's see what happens here.
He's going to double check here. He's making his
Both
rounds.
benches acted like they had won the day. Let's see.
That's what I thought. Yeah, he was checking. Yeah, Mike Woodard out in the field.
Mike Woodard is the field ump. He tends to draw these big games. He's not the plate ump, and he is Jared Woodard's umpire. Safe. Second one, second close play that goes to the Jets here.
Jeremy coming back up. He's hanging on his face mask in his hand, setting the ball down. He has an exhale. The sweat is beating on his forehead there.
So, Arambula, Smith, and Cox all score on good balls here with one out, 3 in a row.
All right, let's get Will here. Everywhere. Let's get Will.
Will doing the quick little pistol twist of the bat with his wrist there as he is at home. Nice high, another pop-up going out into high, far left. Oh, past Zach Bueller's hands. That's going to be another run in the row. Will Lopez for the Jets.
Jets are heating up here. 4 in a row.
Coming back, that was far out there, had bounced. Zach Bueller was running for that and just didn't make it in time.
We got a 5-run inning going on here, still only 1 out. This is the biggest inning of the game for either team now. It's 12-8.
And with Jets knowing that the Thunder have that last bat, this is important for them to get every single one that they can.
No question about it.
Let's get AA here. Let's start it.
This is Aaron Almanza up for the Jets, digging his back feet with a little twist. Jeremy told him to re-find home plate.
Everywhere now. Pick it up.
Pulling that one sleeve up, a slow exhale. Another solid thunker out into center past Cody Jeffries, and there is nobody there. That is going to be 1 for Aaron Almanza, making 5 in a row for the Jets.
And the Jets are
his
getting
second
loud.
one for this inning.
Jets are getting loud on that sideline now. They're feeling this rally. 6 in the inning now. 5-run lead, biggest lead of the game for either team.
So this brings little Ricky up, the only one on his team who has not scored in this inning itself. Jets are definitely riled up, feeling energetic, high spirits here. This is some momentum that they have going that they're going to want to keep. Jared and Booker both checking out in the field with their defense.
Well, the Jets know they did everything but win that game against the Edge. It's hard to knock the champions out, and they had a 3-run lead with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and the Edge proceeded to score 4 straight to win it. That's how close they were, and in fact, they had the Edge down to their final strike 3 times in that 6th inning during that rally.
Well, they are champions for a reason. They're not going to go down easy.
And they're going to bounce back here. All 3 of these teams that are left here have had so much success here.
Let's start it with Rick. Pick it up.
They're definitely the top 3. But who's going to make it to tomorrow?
High up over the swing.
Let's start it with Rick.
A little bit low and wild on that swing. And tipping back off into the catcher.
Indy, be ready.
It's going to be a strike as that goes under the bat.
Started with Ricky. Let's get him everywhere now.
It's going to be a short little popper foul over here to Jaden.
Thunder need an out here. This is the bottom of the lineup.
Here, guys, pick it up.
Yes,
Need an
they
out.
need an out to break this stride.
Started with Rick. Pick it up.
Bat tied up against the belly. Going to be another almost repeat foul right over to the right.
Boy, he's pesky, isn't he, as a hitter? He will go down.
Back up to home plate again. Breeze coupled with the sun being down is making this much nicer. Oh, he smacked
Got
Jeremy
him again.
right in the face. He had his face mask on. He did go down to one knee. He gave the umpire a thumbs up, but he tried to drop, but there was nothing going to happen. Hit him right in the top of the face mask.
Boy, got him in the face mask. Good thing he was wearing that.
That would have
Remember,
caught him right above the eyebrows is where it would have had him.
Boy, oh boy. You're standing 20 feet away and you're pitching a 16-inch, 1-pound ball to big, strong, grown men who are swinging aluminum bats. And every once in a while...
It's going to be a grounder over there on left. Adam Rodenbeck running for it. It's Baise. He's going to have him out.
41.
That's a good play by Rodenbeck, but impressive there. Jeremy Lopez bounces back and puts him on it on his bat. 2 outs now. 2 outs. I think some of them thought it was maybe 3.
No, that was 2.
That is 2 outs. And Zach Arambula to the plate.
Have Jaden heading out into the field, seeing what we're checking.
Oh, maybe they're checking
Kyle Lewis's mask again, possibly.
Well, he wasn't really involved in that play, though, was he?
No, not sure.
What? That's 2.
Yep, 2. Double confirming that was 2 outs. Kyle does have his back to everyone. Now he's being turned around.
Both for Ricky.
Yep, both for Ricky.
All right.
Jaden is watching Kyle. Still has his back turned as he adjusts his mask. Not sure if he's just having a mask issue.
Sometimes it moves. Sometimes you could get a bug or something under it or something in your eye.
Getting that base check. And this is Zach Arambula.
Lead off everywhere. Let's pick it up.
Arambula crushed one of his last time up. He's the one who started that uprising.
Just catching a nice little tip off of that.
That gets away and comes all the way back here.
Right between the scorekeeper and our table. Sliding right between us.
Almost close enough for me to have reached out and grabbed it, but not quite.
Pick it up now. Pick it up.
Rotation of the bat with Zach. Going to be another grounder over there on left. Past
pick it
Adams
up.
going to be running. Zach is going over for it. And he is safe. Not there in time. I wonder if they're going to start this all over.
Rough fields, but that was a grounder that got through the strength of the Thunder defense. 7th run of the inning now. The Jets have doubled their offensive output just in 1 inning, and they lead 14-8. And yes, you have the last at-bats, but if you're the Thunder, you really don't want to lose contact with the Jets out here.
Definitely don't want to have too much work to have to recover there at the end. This is David Smith up, just getting his base checks.
Everywhere. Pick it up.
That's going to be underneath the pit. Kind of a slight shrug of the shoulders and an exhale. And underneath by about 2 to 3
Right there,
inches.
good swing. Pick it up now.
Getting just a tip off of that. Let's see if it's just barely rolling fair. Adam's going to have to come running up. Can he beat him? Oh, he's missed the base, and Adam Rodenbeck has the out.
41.
Fundamental
He just
mistake.
barely missed that base.
That wasn't a great hit to begin with, and on some fields that might not have even gone over the 40-foot line. Certainly not a David Smith hit, but he might have beat it out if he hadn't missed that base as it is. That's the inning. 7 in, though.
Making for a 14-8 game.
And Ikramullah will lead it off, and then back to the top of the order. Ikram scored a big run in this game already. He hasn't been much of a factor on defense because they haven't hit anything
Nothing
to
has
him.
been over in that area.
The ones that have been, Chris Dunleavy's been over them.
Or they have gone foul.
Yep.
Jets making their way out into the field. Aaron's still making his way out to far right as he backpedals there. This will have Ikram up at the plate. Ikram with a very sassy, perky attitude.
He immigrated from Pakistan in 2015, discovered beat baseball almost right away, began playing in 2016.
Yes, sir.
Have some.
And just fell in love with the sport. Had a little experience with cricket back before he came here.
Cricket.
I've never played cricket, have you?
I've watched cricket. That's about the extent of my cricket.
You must be up late at night. Watch that on ESPN, do you?
Not official cricket games.
Cricket's not terribly popular in the United States, but
Not
in
at all.
some parts of the world it is huge.
It is as big to us as football is.
Yep.
Have some conferring over here. Not sure what's going on with Booker checking with the Thunder bench.
Well, we haven't
We have
heard him.
several of the players standing there, and they're all discussing. I'm not sure what. Jared over there with them.
They're huddling over something, and
Jared making his way back to pitch, and
Here we
Booker to
go.
catch as well. Have several of the Jets are down on the field. They're going to need to get up.
I think they were just rallying the troops, that's all. After giving up 7 in that inning.
There was a lot to give up in that one. Ikram asking for first again.
14-8. What do you think? First one to 20 again?
Only if you're not going to change it in the last inning, DD.
Well, that depends on if they get past 20.
And a little low on the outside.
It wouldn't be my game if I didn't fix it.
Bouncer almost catching Jared in the head. Zach having to run it past his hands. They're going to have to help him up. And they've David, I believe that was a David Smith slide over to take that. David Smith.
Good help defense by D. Smith on that one.
Oh, that was D. Smith?
Number 7.
It is 7, David Smith. Second put out of the game for D. Smith.
Rounding back up to the top.
Top of the lineup, and they need it now. Bueller, Dykes, Lewis, they need to get some production here.
Faces, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Zach doing a slow pendulum swing over the plate with the bat. And back up at the shoulder and ready. And that's going to be low under the center of the bat.
Winner of this game plays at 9:30 tomorrow morning.
Hard thunker's going to be out into that center. That spot axle's going to have to get in front of it. It bounced
Go.
out of his hands, and he is safe. That is going to be a run for Zach Bueller and the Thunder.
He's ripped that one right back up the middle.
Jaden, can you ask the Jets to shout out their number or turn around?
Number.
Yeah, but like just for future, you're not helping us at all.
This is the advantage of having the numbers on the front and the backs of the jerseys. Easier for the scorekeeper to tell who got that all-important put out. Want to credit it to the correct person.
That voice you hear is scorekeeper Missy Lykowski off to our left.
Gerald Dykus up for the Thunder. Speedy Gerald. It's going to be a high pop-up that will probably be foul. Yes, it is, as it drops right in front of the Jets bench.
As the Thunder now are working on their 11th hour of beat ball just today. They had 2 games that one went over 4 hours, the other one went over 3 hours.
It's going to be underneath the swing as it rolls up under Missy Lykowski.
I talked to a Thunder player before the game today and asked him what his motto was, and he said, "We're going to play until we die." I don't know if he meant it figuratively or literally.
Taking a pass. Gerald slightly lifting up his hands as that come past. Check the tempo. It's going to be a line drive over onto the right. It is going to be all the way out there. Aaron's going the wrong way. He's going to have to backtrack, and he is there. Run for Gerald Dykus.
All right, so Bueller and Dykus do what they need to do at the top of the lineup. That's 2 in, 1 out. It's a 4-run game now.
This takes that lead down to 4 with Kyle Lewis, left-handed batter for the Thunder.
One team will move on to the championship to face the Indy Edge at 9:30 tomorrow. That's Central Time. The other team will finish in 3rd place on the year.
Quick tap to home plate for Kyle. And the ball just underneath. He has a very high swing.
I'll share the message I just got with you in a minute.
Hard line drive over and to left. Is going to be all the way back to Will. He's thrown himself down. He can't quite. Nope, he did not have it. That is going to be a run for Kyle.
Here come the Thunder now. 3 in a row for them. They've cut the lead in half now. It is 14-11.
Wonder if they're going to try to repeat that.
I just got a message. The bar at the Embassy Suites is packed, and they have us on. Thank you, guys. We appreciate y'all tuning in. All of the other teams, of course, have completed their tournament.
We also do have a rather large crowd out here in chairs.
We do.
Enjoying the cool night game.
Oklahoma's version of Friday Night Lights.
Cody Jeffries. High pop-up over into short right just past Ricky, and it's not going to be in time. Cody Jeffries speeding down to first base.
4 in a row now for the Thunder. It's 14-12. Still only 1 out.
This is Chris up for the Thunder. A lot of cheering going on over there at the Thunder bench. Keeping them in spirits, needing to make up this 1 difference of 2 and possibly overtake it. Checking out on first base. Might be a wire or speaker issue. Pulling apart the back of the base holder to straighten out the mechanism. Still adjusting.
Want to thank Chad Dillon of the Gateway Archers, my friend. He's tuning in, listening tonight. He says, I sound like Harry Carey. Well, you know what, Chad? This is the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th game Rosina and I have done
And
this
4
week.
of them being yesterday.
And 2 of them so far being instant classics, going on 3. So I'm an excitable boy.
That was a strike as the ball goes up underneath the pitch. Chris resetting at home plate. Little bouncy jump there as he prepared. Oh, resetting feet again.
Now it's the Jets who could use an out.
And a little bit on the far edge. You have to lean into that to catch a nick out of it. A little bounce there. Taking a pass on that as he listens to it come across into Booker's mitt. High pop-up that's going to come on short in the left.
Landed.
Just by Zach. He has it, and he is out. That is an out by Zach Arambula.
Wow, nice play. Arambula circling back to that. That had some hang time. Didn't matter. 2 outs.
Going to bring Icky up to the plate for the Thunder. A little conversing there between Booker and Jared. Heads together halfway between pitcher's mound and home plate.
14-12, San Antonio. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Thunder at the bat. Want to send a shout out to my buddy Dan Eliason up in Minnesota, former pitcher of the Minnesota Miller. He's listening in, says we're doing a great job. Thank you, Dan.
We have our base checks. It's going to be going foul over in front of the Thunder bench. Jets bench hollering, "Don't let it pass you, Ricky." Jared saying, "Yep, just like that." And ready for the pitch. And it's going to be low underneath the swing.
Now they're coming in fast. Want to send a shout out to my sister and brother-in-law, Tim and Lisa Evans in Riverside, Illinois. They're tuned in. Brookfield, I guess, really, technically.
Taking a pass.
We have people watching from all over the country.
Going to be a pop-up. I believe it's going to be, foul bouncing way over past first base. Ikram turning around as he's halfway down to third base.
Ikram looking for a big 2-out hit here to turn the order, bring the Thunder to within 1. We're in the bottom of the 4th. There is no tomorrow for one of these teams.
For one of them.
For the other one, there's a date with the Indy Edge.
What a date that will be.
Oh, for either one of these teams. You won't want to be anywhere else tomorrow but here.
Have a wait as some loud traffic again.
Want to send best wishes to Michael Lewis of the Indy Thunder.
And it's going to be out as it goes
That's
low
the inning.
underneath. Bringing the Jets back in. Thunder clapping.
Well,
And they're gonna
14
head
to
out
12.
to defense.
14 to 12 now, so 4 runs in that inning for the Thunder. Not as much as they wanted, but not bad either. They are in range
So keeping
as
it
we
within
head to the 5th.
2 runs. And if we've seen anything from the Thunder or even the Jets, both of them are capable of those 5, 6, 7 run stretches.
Do want to send best wishes to Michael Lewis, a player for the Indy Thunder. He was treated for some heat-related illnesses. He is okay. He's recovering, and I'm sure he's listening tonight. Hang in there, Michael. You had a good year.
Thunder making their way out into the field. Adjustment of some hollering out there. Adam Rodenbeck keeping his team in high spirits, still bouncing on his toes out there as Kyle heads further out into right field. We'll be starting off with Axel at home plate for the Jets. And that sound off there by the Thunder.
Important defensive inning here now. Biggest inning of the season now for both of these teams. It's a 2-run game.
The last of our field volunteers and judges in place. Base 1, base 3.
All right, right here, let's get him.
It's going to be a nice one. It's dropping. Oh, right in front of Adam. Almost smacked him as it bounced up, and it's rolling out behind him. He's going to be safe. I think that just really shocked Adam. It was almost like, whoa, it's right there in my face.
That's too bad. He was in perfect position, but that thing just hopped up.
It just popped up right by, almost, not like quite hit him in that. Might have caught his chin, but then it popped down and just kind of threw his head back in shock there. So we'll have Will up to bat for the Jets.
After a slow start to the game, Axel Cox has scored his last 2. 3-run lead now for the Jets. We're in another situation like they were against the Edge when the Edge had the last at-bats earlier today. They want as many as they can get.
Stockpiling them, not for winter.
For the bottom of the 5th and 6th.
It's going to be underneath the swing.
Everywhere now, let's get Will right here. Ready, ball.
Underneath again.
Right here. Pick it up. Ready, ball.
Oh, just over the top of it, catching a little nick.
Pick it up.
Will getting a tighter grip of that bottom hand on the bat.
Ready, ball.
And that's going to be out for Will Lopez.
Well, that's a gift for the Thunder. The Jets were really, looked like they had it working offensively, and that's 1 out.
He takes a chunk into that momentum. And Jeremy kneeling down out at the mound as he waits, trying to rest. This is Aaron AA, as they call him, up at the plate. Will back up, face mask on. Adam still rocking back and forth on his toes out there in anticipation.
Right, let's get AA right here. Pick it up. Pick it up. Ready, ball.
It's going to be foul on the left out past third base.
Ripped it, but he was early. Just got out in front of it. It's not the worst idea in the world to try to nail that line. They might want to slide Zach over a few steps just to guard it, because Almanza can really whack down that line. Castaneda on deck.
Very deceiving in his hitting.
Right here. Pick it up. Good hitter. Pick it
You
up.
definitely would not think of it as someone like maybe Aaron C. and Kyle Lewis are expecting those big, powerful hits.
Ready, ball.
And that's going to be underneath.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Right here. Ready, ball.
And underneath again. This is really critical for the Jets at this point.
Pick it up. Communicate. Pick it up. Ready, ball. Good.
And that is going to be a strikeout there for Aaron. Bringing Little Ricky back to back.
Back. Strikeouts after Axel Cox scored. Well, here we go again. We talk all the time about 2 outs and the 6th place hitter in the lineup. Pivotal point in this game with the Jets leading by 3, but the Thunder having the last at bats. We're in the top of the 5th. It is getting late. Late in the game and late in the season for one of these teams.
Ricky taking his hat off and giving it to the catcher. Does not want it on. Going to be a little high up over the bat.
Good swing now. Good swing. Pick it up. Ready, ball.
Getting a connection on that, but over foul of first base. He was hauling down to third.
Pick Pick it up now.
He was not about to wait and check and see if that was foul. He was halfway or more down. And high up over the top. There's a little frustration there as he turned back around.
Everywhere now, talk, communicate, pick it up.
This is getting rough. This is where you really have to dig down deep. And he did.
Getting a bouncy. It came past Jeremy. It's going to just maybe barely. It is going to be sitting on the line, so that will be foul.
Jaden Price, the umpire, had to wait. He waited until he was sure, and until Ricky Castaneda was almost to the base.
If that had rolled half an inch to an inch more, that would have been an excellent run. But it, not fair. Dropping on the line. Come back for a repeat.
Take a deep breath and try to do it again. 3 strikes on him. Pivotal point in the game.
Ricky's come back. One of his knee pads has dropped all the way down to his ankle, so he'll probably be pulling that. Yep, pulling that back up on his right leg there. Resetting up with home plate. A little hysterics there out on the field. The spotter jumping down as Adam is standing out there, sliding between his legs and coming out on the other side, kind of like a dance. Gotta have a little fun with it.
There's a fresh ball being thrown in now.
Nice. Solid beep for now. Field is good with that ball. Jeremy putting his face mask back down.
Faces, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Pick it up. Pick it up.
It's going to be a high pop-up, but short, right in Adam's zone. It's bouncing around. He's got to get his hands on it, and he is safe. Safe. Had enough bounce around that Adam was circling it, trying to get it in one spot to pick it up.
What a clutch pitch and run. Jeremy Lopez and Ricky Castaneda turning the order with 2 outs. And
stopping it.
My goodness.
That 2-strike issue they had going on. So starting over with Zach and hopefully starting up another train for the Jets. I am sure they are hoping.
Back to a 4-run lead. 16-12. Somebody's going to championship Saturday and somebody's going home.
Thank you. Here we go. Everywhere now.
Zach rotating that. High pop-up. Let's see if this is going to be over Cody. It's going to be in front of him. There, Icky's going for it. Chris is going for it, and he is safe. Had enough air time. He was already there. Had
the defense scrambling a little bit. Jets are getting 2-out runs now here. 17-12.
David up for the Jets and dropped down in front of Cody, but had bounced over to the right and had Icky, Chris, and Cody all struggling to find that ball, but not in time.
Well, they're going to have to earn it now. Here's David Smith.
Only have seconds to get that ball. That's a first and a third base check.
David Smith everywhere now. David Smith everywhere. Pick it up.
It's going to be a solid line drive out past Adam. It's going to be going to Zach. Caught it, bounced off his chest. He's scrambling for it, and it's going to be another run for the Jets.
Bueller was there too, man. Couldn't finish the play.
He was laid out, outstretched, had it in his hands, just couldn't keep it in him.
So that 6-run lead is back. Those 4 runs that the Thunder picked up in the bottom of the 4th, the Jets have gotten them right back. 3 of them with 2 outs. The Jets have scored a bunch of runs this game with 2 outs. Boy, what a resilient team they are.
The equalizer, having to equal out those 4 runs.
And here's Axel Cox, who after going 0 for 3 to start the game, has just banged his last 2. Now the pressure's on the Thunder defense to get an out, end this inning, and get them back under their tent to hit.
Jeremy coming back up to pitch. Axel and ready. Nice, solid thunker again. It's going to be out to Zach. Cody going for it. Zach going for it. It's past his hands, and that's a run for Axel. Another one for the Jets.
Now they're getting first pitch shots to go along with this, too. Whatever was bothering Jeremy here a minute ago, he's worked that out. Jet Life is inching closer to a possible another championship game appearance. It would be their 4th one in a row. But
the guys still finish it out. I wouldn't count the Thunder out yet.
It looked like they were carrying all the momentum into the 6th inning against the Edge early today. And then all of a sudden, the Edge turned around and snatched the victory away.
You only have to win by 1.
But it's a 7-run game now, 19-12. Biggest lead of the game for either team.
It's going to go just under the bat.
Let's get Will right here.
Just under, about an inch. Just under the outer edge.
Right here.
Watching Jeremy Lopez, would you think he was a second-year pitcher, Rosanna?
I would have never guessed that.
He is amazing.
And it's going to be a strike.
Well, that's a strikeout there. And that's the
A little
inning.
bit of frustration there with Jeremy and the pitcher, saying he's not sure what he wants to do about that.
Yeah, but you know what? That was a good inning for him. Back against the wall with 2 outs and only 1 run in. They turned around and got 4 more, and it started with Castaneda. 19-12 now as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Oh, it's getting late.
Thunder up to the bench. Jets are already out, almost completely set up out in the field. Jared coming over to pick up the ball.
I have been asked to remind everybody that World Series t-shirts will be available at the championship game tomorrow. So if you want a last chance to buy World Series t-shirts, they're $12 a piece. They'll be sold at the championship game tomorrow. The Hall of Fame induction ceremonies will be held at the banquet tomorrow, not before the championship game because of the time change. Also, John Lykowski Jr., our social media specialist, and Lykowski Studios, he's been the one taking all the wonderful pictures you see posted on Facebook. He's got the 2024 calendars, which he's made up with some choice photographs from this season. Find John Lykowski Jr. and get yourself a calendar today. What are those, 15 bucks, Missy?
Yes, sir.
$15 for a calendar with some cool NBBA photos.
Starting the top of the lineup with Zach. Wind is picking up.
Bottom of the 5th, Thunder have work to do.
And that's going to be a strike as it slides under the bat.
Don't ever count Jared Woodard out of a game, though, with his offense.
And going to be under and the outside edge of the bat. Zach with the bat on his shoulders is going to take a pass. And again, low on the outside edge.
Money ball right here, full count. Can't strike out your leadoff hitter in a situation like this. You're running out of outs. There it is.
See if that is
Stay fair.
Bounce
Nope.
foul.
Did not.
Right at first base. Had plenty of hang time there to get to the base. But he will come back. These players are pushing the edges of that endurance and stamina.
No
No
question.
matter how much training you have, this heat and these times, playing all day long, game after game after game, it wears no matter how
And somebody's going to have to win twice tomorrow
Correct.
to knock off the Edge.
To knock on the Edge, it does not
The
have
Edge-
to.
the
But
Edge
anybody
only-
else does.
Edge have 0 losses. Oof,
Nice hard hit to center. That's going to be right past Axel.
it's a great job.
Will coming over, but that is going to be a run for Zach, not getting picked off this time.
You know, when you're a multi-time world champion like Zach Bueller is, you know how to hit with 3 strikes. What an excellent job of 3-strike hitting by Jared and Zach. Under
Gerald Dicus or G up to bat.
this was the part of their lineup that did the damage last inning, scoring 4 straight.
In the
Bueller,
second.
Dicus, Lewis, and Jeffries.
Zach, there's a big old beat ball over there. Car alarm beeping.
We
You
got
have
a
to get the
break.
noise from a car alarm that is off.
Yeah, you don't want any noise interference, not at a time like this. Everything on the line for both of these teams. 19-13, Jets lead, bottom of the 5th. Nobody out.
Still have that off.
Hey, who drives a white SUV? I do. The car alarm's going off. Get it off now.
Have somebody running over towards a parking lot.
Oh, it's your own guy. Play through it.
He's running to check to see if that is his. He said he didn't think it was theirs, but I can still hear the edges of that.
We'll rattle off some of our NBBA officials list till they tell me we're ready to play ball. Brad Farmer, Che Conway, Dave Taylor, David Robert, Glenda Cole, Jaden Price, and Jason Price, and of course Kemp Price. 3 generation of Prices we got umpiring this week. John Lykowski, Jordan Simpson, Karen Lykowski, she's been a scorekeeper as long as I can remember. Kevin Miller, Linda Skaggs, Mark Hudson, Melanie Taylor, Mike Woodard, Missy, our scorekeeper over here, Peggy Hurt, Ronnie Higdon, Sylvia Redmond, also our tournament director, Cassie Hopkins, and our equipment team as well. DB and Rosina Foster here. Bottom of the 5th, 19-13.
Have the alarm is now off.
Should be able to
Putting the helmet back on.
get back to action.
At first, third, and there it goes again. And it is off.
Time again. Here we go.
It's going to be a pop backwards foul just to the left of the scorekeeper's table.
Dicus is all over it.
Another correction on first base.
They're just going to rotate it a little bit.
Zipping the back, velcroing it back up. Ready once again. And it's going to be low under the swing. You can see Jared was just about ready to jump out of the way of that. Taking a pass on that.
So here we go now. Another money ball we got going on here.
And it's going to just tap barely fair. They're Going up there, Zach scrambling for it. He has it out.
Not what you wanted there with Dykus. A ground ball to Arambula. 1 out. You start counting down outs here one at a time.
It's going to be Kyle Lewis with Cody stretching in the batter's circle there.
Thunder still chasing 6 here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out.
Kyle standing at home plate. Both ends of the bat in each hand. Quick tap to home plate.
They need a bomb here from Kyle Lewis.
And it drops straight down after a tip to home plate.
He's right on it.
It's going to be far over on the
Good
right,
hit.
just past Ricky grabbing it, and he's going to stop it and get it up. And that is going to be an out. He did have it out. I could not see the base, but he had it up before I heard the thunk.
That was a very good play by Castaneda. Here we go again now. Late in the game, who's stepping up? Little meat, Ricky C. 2 outs.
This brings Cody Jeffries up to bat for the Thunder, stepping just slightly back. Another stretch there, opening up just slightly to Jared. First and third.
Jeffries now. Nice hit.
Hard hit over into left. Past Zach. Will's going to have to double back. He was coming into, he's not going to make it in time. He had scooted over to try to back up Zach and then had to double back the other direction to go cover the ball.
First pitch, pow. Cody Jeffries has game. This is his first season with the Thunder. Not really used to playing in games of this magnitude until this year. And he connects and he comes through and makes it a 5-run game now.
Chris up at home plate. One hand on his thigh as he steps back and sets his feet, rocking back and forth from one to the other. A quick nod to Jared. A little bounce on his feet that are set. And it's going to be hard over going just on the outside edge of first base.
Jared's putting it on the good part of their bat here. He's giving them the best chance he can to get to base.
Chris smiling casually as he walks back. Very relaxed. Taking a bit to get this ball back up.
These teams have played some classics. Walk-off, down to the last play type games, extra inning games, games for championships in tournaments and state after state after state. Now they're in an elimination game.
It's on the far outside. I believe that's going to be bounce foul again. Just before first base this time. Jared back in possession of the ball as Chris is putting his feet on the front corner of home plate. Stepping back off and opening up to Jared.
The Jets were in this game last year and they beat the Austin Blackhawks to get to the championship game. Thunder finished 6th last year. Thunder finished 6th last year. However, prior to that, the Thunder won 5 straight world championships. They've both been on the big stage.
Dropping straight down after a nick. And he's ready for the pitch. It's going to bounce at Jared. He bends out of the way. It's a grounder right in the center. Zach, he's slipped though. Can he get it? He's got it. He is out. Saying that there was a double call.
They're saying another double call. This happened yesterday. Jaden Price was the ump yesterday, and he called the double call. Jared immediately said double call. It was up the middle. They're saying a 5 and a 6. What's the story?
Having the umps confer out here. We have Jaden coming over to Mike.
It was between
and
Ricky and Zach. They're saying there was a 4 and a 5 called. I'm sorry, a 1 and a 2. Jets defense calls their zones with 1 up the middle, 5 on the lines.
Check and see what is the official call here. They're still conferring out here.
Who picked that ball up? Was it Zach or was it...
That was Zach who picked it up.
Zach made the play. Mike Woodard is out there. I wonder if he heard anything. And they're gonna, this time, no, they're going to keep the call. Oh, that's a big call. That ends the inning. Whoa, you got to be careful about those double calls. That time, umps didn't hear it. Jared thought he did. Whew, we're going to the 6th, Rosina.
This is the last chance for the Jets. They're going to have to make this as big a lead if they want to hold off the Thunder. We've all seen the Thunder come back with a load of runs.
Time after time after time, the Thunder have done it. We talked about that Friday game in 2019 when the Thunder were down 5 going to the 6th and put up 10 in the 6th inning. So the Jets have a 5-run lead now. They want to extend it. And if you're the Thunder, you want to hold it right here. You got 3 outs to play with.
Out to the field.
This has been another good one, Rosina. Good, well-played game.
Excellent game. Have Aaron up for batting for the Jets with little Ricky on deck in the batter's circle. Thunder setting up. Cody headed out to center. Zach Bueller out there in the far field. Adam already set, clapping there in short left. Big grin on his face as he rocks back and forth with his hands at ease behind his back. Chris is rocking back and forth, hands on hips, side to side. Icky hands on knees at the ready. And Kyle Lewis out in far right, asking for a new ball. Jaden coming up to get that.
When you're done, can you swing over to get your umpire eval?
Oh, yeah.
Still waiting for a new ball.
There has not been an absurd number of ball changes in this game. There's been a few, but it hasn't been certainly
like
what we saw on Tuesday, where we went through probably a dozen in a 4-inning run rule game. Yesterday we went through quite a few.
Yes. Having that new ball. Tape has been pulled off. Pin pulled. Fonzie ball hollered out by Aaron. Jeremy holding that up for the outfield to hear. First. Third.
All right, let's get double A here. Everywhere, let's get double A. Pick them up.
And that's going to be a strike as it goes underneath the outer edge of the bat. It's going to be a nice line drive down the center over to Cody. Stops it with his knees. He's got it.
Nice play, Jeffries.
It is an out by Cody Jeffries.
Number 1, Cody Jeffries comes over to the middle and cuts one off. Big play, 1 out. It's his first put out of the game.
Let's get Rick. Good job.
Little Ricky up, backing up his teammates.
Pick it up.
This is the pesky Ricky Castaneda. He started a rally earlier with a run.
First and third.
Right, let's
Check.
get Rick. Pick it up. Show it. Pick it up.
Waiting for some traffic there. And gonna go dropping just underneath the bat.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Show it. Top.
It's gonna be a nice little bounce right over Ikram's head. Chris going over for it. It's under his body.
Hey, Blue, will you check that?
They're checking that to see what.
They're going to check that one.
See
Is
if
that
that
one
is going to maintain safe.
Jared asking. Jared thinks that may have been an out.
Going out to first base to check. They're going to go out to Mike further out in the field.
Castaneda seems to keep finding ways to get to the base safely. It's unbelievable. And I dare say if the Jets do hold on and get to the championship tomorrow, Castaneda is going to be a huge reason why.
They're still checking this.
Well, they've reversed one earlier for the Jets. And they
Same
reversed
is
this
out.
one. Jared was right, and he said it immediately from all the way behind us, behind our table. And the umpires confer and agree with him and reverse the call. That is huge. 2 outs, 2 up, 2 down now.
Zach Arambula up for the Jets. Jeremy holding the ball up for the outfield.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now let's get Zach. Lead off. Pick it up, show it. Pick it up, show it, and talk. Everywhere.
It's going to be a grounder over on the left. It's past Adam. Zach has got
somebody's
past
gotta
his
pick it
hands.
up.
Oh, he's missed the base. He's got to turn around and come back. He's got to come back, and he's still got it. That would have been. That was costly on both of them. They scrambled to get up on both ends. He was actually quite a bit past it, but they had stumbled when they got up even after missing the ball. Zach Bueller out there.
Boy, that was excruciating with Zach. One Zach trying to scramble for the ball, another Zach trying to scramble for the base. Number 20 scores number 20 for the Jets. There it is. There's your 20th run right there.
Going to be David Smith.
Thank you.
Oh,
Two
boy.
double messy plays, ending in a run for the Jets.
All right, everywhere, David Smith. Let's
Under
make
the
a play.
bat.
Make a play. Pick it up.
The final score of yesterday's game was 20-19 Jets. Jets lead here 20-14. Thunder looking for the last out.
High, super high pop up into center, coming down. He's going to need to get there. Can't miss the base. He's got it. David Smith making a beeline. He had missed the base last time around. Putting Axel up for the Jets.
So they add a couple more with 2 outs. It's now a 7-run lead, matching their largest of the game. Thunder's hill, their climb getting steeper and steeper with each run that scores. Axel Cox coming up.
Axel at home plate. Jeremy coming up to home.
It is 14.
Okay.
Everywhere now, pick it up.
High pop up over to left. Oh, right over Adam's head. He almost had to duck
Zach.
from being hit. It's on his body, but he's got him out. Number 41, Adam Roddenbeck.
Roddenbeck recovered.
Getting that out for the Thunder to bring them back in.
And the Thunder are fired up. They need 7 to tie, though. It's a tall order, but it's not impossible.
Definitely not impossible with the Thunder. They are going to have a sub.
Okay.
Coming out. Number 99.
Ikram is coming out.
Yeah, 41 made the put out.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah, you said it real quick. Okay.
41 made the put out. So we got
Who's
that.
coming out?
Coming out.
99?
99's coming out. 44 coming in. Kevin Smith.
44 coming in.
got a substitution.
Smith will get an at-bat for Ikramula.
Let's go, Big Cat.
44, Kevin Smith, will be in for Ikram.
And I think he will be leading off, correct?
He should be.
Smith, and then the top of the order here. One at a time, the Thunder need to do it.
3 outs left in this game. Who will it be? Kevin is over there feeling the grip on his bat, making sure everything is ready to go. Jets are set up out in the field. Thunder scrambling to make sure they have the correct bat. I believe they're going to swap out with them here. They are. He's tossing the other bat down as he grabs his and puts his blindfold back down over his eyes. Booker fixing some tape on the end of the bat.
Well, it's simple math here. Thunder needs 7 to tie, 8 to win, and they've got 3 outs to do it. As we surpass 10 o'clock p.m. here in the Central Time Zone in Norman, Oklahoma.
Kevin is now up at home plate. Black bandana over his head, getting a few more adjustments there from Jared. Reaching down to pull his shorts back up above the edge of his knees, pointing at Jared with the bat. A little bit of a high pitch, just catching the edge of that and rolling up over the top and behind to the left of the scorekeeper's table. Jared coming up to correct Kevin's arm as he brings that swing around. Dropping straight down. Jared reaching down just to pick it up right in front of him. Kevin coming back up. Moving him back just a hair and closer to the plate. Taking a pass on this.
Well, it's really now or never.
And it's going to be a liner all the way on the right. There is no way they are getting to that. Oh, but he's got it!
Oh, no!
He did have it at the last minute. That was Aaron Almanzo sliding in a good 5 feet on the grass to snag that up and lift it one-handed.
Wow, and it wasn't the fastest base runner, and Almanza had just enough time to slide back into the frame and make his first and biggest put out of this game, one of the biggest put out of the World Series. My goodness, 1 out.
We're going to have a confirmation on this. Jared is calling for a check. Jaden is heading over to first base to confer.
Yeah, the problem was it wasn't the fastest base run by Smith. Almanza came all the way over. We thought it was a run for sure.
I thought for sure he was going to have it. He was sliding into it. I just did not think he is out. They're maintaining that. 1 out, 2 to work with.
Boy, what a massive play there by Almanza. Aaron Almanza, not necessarily known for his defense. He's in the lineup more for his bat, but he came through there in a big way. So now you got
Zach Bueller.
Bueller and Dykes and Lewis in the top of this order that's been so productive.
Oh, a hard line drive right down the center. Axel holding it, and he has it. It was right into the pocket there. 2 outs. The Thunder has 1 to work with.
Look at the Jet Life defense now stepping up. Putouts on hard hit balls back to back by Almanza and Cox, and the Jets are 1 out away from a rematch date with the Indy Edge.
Gerald Dykes up at home plate, making sure that the Jets are set. First and third. Oh, it's going to be a hard foul. Watch out, folks. That was out about a good 20 feet out of third base there, where a few fans are sitting.
Remarkable the way the Jet defense has stepped up late in this game.
And it's going to be a strike because it drops under the bat by about 2 inches. Bat resting, now up at the ready. Gonna tip off right here and roll backwards. Gerald digging that foot in, lifting the front hand up, re-gripping of the bat. Tipping off again, another duplicate of the last one.
1 strike away now. The Jets were here with the edge so many times earlier today and couldn't close the door. Looking to close the door now. They've made 2 putouts already.
And that's going to be
it.
a strike. And that will be the game. Jared pulling his helmet off, shrug of the shoulders. Jets coming in.
And the Jet life lives on to fight another day. The San Antonio Jets with 2 wins over the Indy Thunder in the last 2 days, and they will get their rematch. And if you saw the game earlier today, you might be up all night waiting for this. You might not be able to sleep tonight. It'll be Jets and Edge doing it again at 9:30 tomorrow morning. We will be on shortly before 9:30 to get you ready. 9:30 for the championship game number 1, and then if necessary, a second game after that. Jets win 21-14. Defense shuts the door in the end.
Definitely an incredible defensive play there on the end. The grit they dug in. That was probably the best defensive inning that they played the entire game. They were down hard, not letting anything through. That was an amazing game, DB. Who would you pick there?
Oh, man, it's tough. You know, my first one, I guess, would be Jeremy Lopez, the pitcher. What a warrior he's been. He's conquered Jared on the other side now twice in that matchup. But you know what? I'm going to stay consistent. I can't go anywhere else. It's Ricky Castaneda. It's Little Meat, baby. It's Little C.
That was my pick as well. We finally agree on something, DB.
Little C, a thunder killer, and we agree that we're going to be back again tomorrow morning on the NBBA Facebook page and www.nbba.org/live. Thanks for listening, folks. 21-14, Jets advance, Thunder finish in 3rd.
Thank you for joining us for these night games this year in the World Series, and we will see you tomorrow.